on your Colt, you know, they could have maybe, you know, continued stabilizing the game, but it's the moves like this in the mid game from XG where it felt so forced. So even though, yes, your Colt had a slightly weirder draft having the Storm carry, the Void Spirit mid, they kept looking for the kills and they kept punishing XG, where XG, it felt like they weren't playing with respect. Because against other teams, Army's not randomly walking down the lane there when his puck's dead and just giving away more kills. So XG just looked weird and your Colt capitalized on it.
I mean, this clip also showed how disjointed they were, right? Like Abaddon was already running away, SD gets jumped, Pangula jumps in, Abaddon runs away, you know, everybody's on different pages on what we're supposed to do in that situation.
He was also like 100 gold away from Manta on the Abra as well. So they actually had an item timing to maybe play on. So yeah, as much as it's great to praise your Colt, XG kind of went back to some previous form in the group stage where they didn't look too good in this game. And maybe putting Army on an Abba is maybe one of those things. He's only played it 4 times competitively.
You did say that, yeah.
25% win rate. Now he's got 5 losses and 4 losses, 1 win. I don't know, whatever. That's not
that's it, because
20% win rate.
Yeah.
Oh, I struggled so hard. God, that was awful. Anyway, back to you, Nat. That was rough.
Well, with the Storm Spirit carry, you know, it's one of those things that you're not normally finding these backline jumpers in your carry. That comes from the mid lane, and it's still going to happen with Void. But I just really liked seeing the carry Storm so much here and still just going for those supports. He's like, yes, whilst I need to carry this game and I could be that traditional way of fighting, with the Storms where it's still just, yeah, we take out the back line and then all of a sudden everything for XG just crumbles.
Yeah, it's a very unorthodox way of playing. I think it's very much just something that they like playing, they think is fun. You see Fly playing it in pubs. And I think, you know, sort of related to that is, I think this is very much a game of comfort versus not comfort, right? You talked about Ame. He's very clearly not comfortable in this bad. The way he died just solo to this Storm top was incredibly weird. And just like little tiny mistakes across the game. Whereas Emo, Void Spirit's one of his best heroes. Fly, he spams this Storm carry. He loves it. Zeal, he's Grandmaster Mars. Like, you see it across the board. I feel like a lot of this game is comfort versus non-comfort. Even while Nothing to Say is a great puck player generally, this game he looked super out of place, lane very sus, and just generally he was like 6 and 8 or something at the end of the game. Like, really bizarre scoreline and not like standard for him. And so I think, you know, I mean, your Colt just looked chilling. They were vibing. They were kind of playing the game, and XG were not.
Yeah, we see 2 other teams that are vibing right now. It's Tundra and Falcons as they're sitting nice and pretty in 1 and 2 at the top of our standings. With what games are yet left to be played, it does mean that they are going to be going to the semi-finals next Saturday, so 1 week away in Chengdu, China. So congratulations to them. We'll be seeing them there. The rest of the team still up for grabs, deciding if they're going to make it to China, if they're going to make it out of last chance qualifiers.
Yeah, I mean, for OG, pretty much this series is just dodging the playing more best of 3s, right? If they can secure themselves a win, sure, they're not going to be top 2, but then they get that potential really kind of, I'm not going to say easy seeding, but if you get 3rd or 4th, you're playing up against one of the bottom 4 teams for your qualification spot. If you get 6th through to 8th or 5th through to 8th, then you're playing kind of each other. So I think for OG, trying to get 3rd place, there was really